All right, boys and girls, and everybody out there, today is your very last quarantine quote. So I'm sad to say we're going to be ending this series kind of in line with the end of the school year. But don't worry about it. We should be back with something fresh and new as we look to open school year for next year. All right. So to close us out for the very last one is none other than a world-renowned comedian. I don't know if he's world-renowned, but in our eyes, he's world-renowned. He's an incredible PE teacher, does so much for Kaho'olaani Elementary School. Let's give a big round of applause for Mr. Andrew Joyce. Woo! Take it away, Andrew, and close us out of this series. Go ahead.
Hi, guys. It's your favorite PE teacher, because I'm your only PE teacher, Mr. Joyce. And this is the last quarantine quote for this school year, and I get to do it. I'm so excited about this. I'm totally stoked. I can't wait to do it. It took me a while to find a really good quote that I thought would relate to you guys, both the students at our school and the families at our school. And this quote says, "It's not what happens to you, it's how you react that matters." All right? So especially now, this is a bad thing that's happened to us. This coronavirus and having a quarantine, and we can't hang out with our friends like we want to. We can't go to school like we want to. And we could react and be really mad and upset or sad about it and just want it all to end. But you can also react in a positive way. I'm not saying you have to be happy about quarantining, but it has led to some good opportunities. Like, you get to spend more time with your families. You get to see your parents probably more. That's great. Or maybe even your brother and sister more now that we're in this quarantine. All right? So for me, during this quarantine, I'm not too happy about it, but I've learned to exercise in my own house. I've learned how to use my computer and how to record myself so much better than I used to be able to before this whole quarantine thing happened. So it's not about what happens to you that matters. What matters is how you react to what happens to you. And that was actually said a long time ago by a man named Epictetus. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, but he was a Greek teacher and philosopher from a long time ago. And he was actually born into slavery. That seems like a bad thing to happen to you, but he got out of slavery. And also, in addition to getting out of slavery, he taught himself how to read and how to write, and he became a fantastic teacher. But then they kicked him, they banished him, which means kicked him out of the city he was living in. Can you imagine someone say, "Hey, you can't live in YPO anymore, you gotta get out of here"? But another bad thing happened to him, but he didn't look at it as bad, and he took it as an opportunity to teach more people outside of his city. And that's what I want you to think about this quarantine thing. It's not about what happens to you, it's about how you react that matters. When I was in 8th grade, I tried out for my basketball team, for my intermediate school basketball team. And I tried out in 6th grade and didn't make it. And I tried out in 7th grade and didn't make it. I was pretty sure I was gonna make it in 8th grade. But I tried out in 8th grade, guess what? Didn't make it. That was something that was really bad that happened to me. I was crying, I was angry, but I could have stayed sad and angry about it. But instead, I reacted in a positive way. I went out every single day and I practiced basketball and I played basketball against my friends. I even practiced by myself on my own court, by myself, on my hoop in my driveway. And I practiced and I practiced and I practiced. And then when I got to high school, when I got to 9th grade, I was the only person in my entire grade level to make the high school team. So it was something bad that happened to me when I was in 8th grade, but actually my reaction made it something good because I made the team in 9th grade. So this is the last quarantine quote. I hope it was special enough. And remember, it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you react to what happens to you. So think about that the rest of this school year. I know there's only a day left. This might even be the last day. And this summer, even though you might be sort of trapped inside and you can't do all the things you want to do, you can react to that in a positive manner. Maybe after all this happens, you realize how much you value your friends, how much you value your family. And this whole thing can turn into a positive experience. I hope you guys are all staying healthy out there. I want you to know that I miss you a lot. I can't wait to see you guys again. I hope the 6th graders come back and visit us next year. And just like we do on KRN, that's how we're gonna end this one. So everybody can do it at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Aloha.